stream. Alrighty. Hello Kaiji, hello Etor, hello Ninja, welcome. Hello Bunny, welcome. I finally get to catch a stream. Well, it's 2 AM for you. You should be asleep, but oh well. Your model's cute, thank you. So, today's stream, as you can guess from the title, we're going to be studying anatomy practice, plus studying how to gesture draw as well. Now, of course, there are plenty more people. Who can you, where you can learn from. But I'll be trying my best. I'm gonna set up a Pomodoro timer. And study gestures for a tiny bit. I'm going to get myself more gestures first though. Oof. I want to be able to let's write down our goal for today's stream. It's to find the weight and all the gesture lines. Of a pose. So for example, in this you can already see these. Especially this one. So learning from reference where the gesture lines are, what the action lines are, and then using shapes to draw in the entire figure. So what we can do first is draw the action line. And then we can see where the face is tilting. And draw this line to help us. Something like this. When drawing poses, you have to know the flow and the dynamics of the pose. I would say so. Like it's a mix between construction and gesture. You cannot have one without the other. Because if structure overpowers gesture, then it's gonna look very stiff. But if gesture overflows structure, then it's gonna look very dynamic, but very, awkward, I'd say. Hello, hi, welcome, welcome. Right now I struggle with shapes, seeing how I can use them. Hello Cus, welcome. In my opinion, I think choosing your own shapes to draw poses is better than, or rather than copying how other people do it. Yeah, I'd say so. I should be drawing too, have drawing to finish, but I'm feeling so lazy. Sometimes you have those days where you just don't want to do anything. Don't want to draw. I would say copying shapes from other people can be useful and helpful, because if you choose your own shapes, you're gonna be like, oh, but it doesn't look as good as this shape, you know? By copying and understanding why certain artists use this particular shape, you can use that for your own benefits, I would say. The master knows more about the shape knowledge that you don't know, and then you can just copy the master did. But always question, okay, why did the master do this? Why this particular shape here? What is the line here? This? This is definitely something. Okay, let's try this out, shall we? Needs to be bigger. Hello, Verdiadono. Hello, Barrel. Welcome. Trying to recreate Master's works has been one of my very most successful things to learn from. Exactly. Like, you learn, you have an artist you enjoy. Looking at their art, you tell yourself, what do I like from their art? The eyes, the way they draw gestures, the way they draw. And all of that stuff. To copy, you see, okay, so this is how they did it. Then you apply it to your own art, and then you're like, okay, let's compare it. Here we have a simple Gotta give her more leg. And it's such a mess. Hello Koda, hello, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Kenichi dono. Why is there a Verdia dono and Kenichi dono? Grabbing water right now. Wins, maybe. I wish I could be like you and actually practice poses and anatomy or even painting, but it's so hard because I have no idea where to start. Okay. So the only thing you have to do for that, right, is start with what you want to achieve with art. Oh, for some reason my name didn't want to change like a week ago. I see, so it's Kenichi dono right now. So for example, if my goal is to become a character designer, well, let's start with just... I don't know. Let's start with what inspires you to draw. Inspires you. Like, what started your drawing journey? For example, well, I want to get into drawing because I want to draw anime characters. I want to get into painting because I saw a I went to a museum and saw a painting I really enjoyed. No, I saw a friend draw and I was like, oh, maybe I should try it out. The first thing you have to do is just experiment. Figure out, different mediums. Different art styles. Just have fun. And this is for the beginning, right? Where you get introduced to art and then you don't know what to do. You just start by experimenting, drawing anything and everything you see. And then after you've done that, you will have a bias to one of these things, right? Maybe you are more naturally inclined to draw anime. You're more naturally inclined into painting. You're more naturally inclined into, pencil sketches, all that stuff. And you can only figure that out once you experimented with different mediums, different art styles, and just having fun. Now, if you already are like, well, I just want to get into an art form, then you can definitely just skip all of this, right? And go, for example, I want to draw anime. And then repeat these steps. Experiment. You want to draw traditionally. You want to draw digitally. You experiment. You search up different artists. Maybe you like one artist because of their painting style. Maybe you like one artist because of their sketchiness, sketch style. Maybe because you like their colors. Find yourself artists you enjoy looking at, right? And fill your timeline with it. Fill your Twitter timeline with it, your YouTube with it. And just in the beginning, start copying. And by copying artists or masters, it's, you have the mindset of, I want to learn why this master drew this line. How did the master paint this? Now, how do they render? And then slowly but surely, you will learn one of these things. If you do that in the beginning, you're gonna learn a lot in a quick amount of time, right? And you can combine this with the fundamentals. This is experimenting. And this is studying. You can see what you lack by continuously drawing and then having this feedback cycle of, okay, what are my strong points? What are my weak points? Am I good at coloring, but I'm bad at actually drawing? Okay, then let's focus on drawing. Am I very good at drawing, but what do you call it? You're very good at drawing, but you're bad at coloring. And then you focus on coloring. Simple as that. If you don't know where to start, just draw a simple box on a canvas. If you do not want to practice or study, at least draw a stick man, a figure, draw an object you see. And just take that one step. Like, even if you don't feel like drawing, you still drew a little bit. And I would say that's a win, right? Hello Yagi, welcome. Like, by just starting, it's already something. There's many days where I'm like, I don't want to study art, I don't want to draw, learn anatomy, learn gestures, all that shit. And all I did was just draw one face on a singular canvas. And then I'm like, all right, let's call it a day. You know, at least I drew. But of course, this mindset has a couple of flaws, but you know, I would say it's better than nothing. Like, where is an example? Like, for example, this I drew, or this is the only thing I drew in a day, and I'm like, I'm happy, you know? At least I learned something from this. I learned coloring, I learned how to draw certain stuff. I learned how to color. Like, as long as you're learning one thing from a drawing, it's good. It can be the smallest thing, right? For example, if I'm drawing a head, for example, the position of the nose, or the shape of the shadow, you know. Usually I drew it like this, have it on this side. But then one day, I was like, okay, what if I draw it on the other side? And then I was like, whoa, wait a second, that changes it so much. Like, this small thing, big impact, right? And all I did was just change the position on where I drew the shadow. Instead of drawing like that, I just drew like this, and then it changed it dramatically. No. And these tiny details, these 1% improvements, stack up, you know. you learn 1%, or if you improve 1% every single day, after 7 days you have improved by 7%. You keep that up for another week, you improve by 14%. So on, so on, so on. When I draw anatomy, my mom thinks it's something corn. How do I tell her that it's not something like that? Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? You're an artist, and the easiest way to draw anatomy is by drawing the nude models. I would say either do it in private where nobody can see, or be like, Mom, it's not corn. Search up like a gesture drawing video where they use nude models to like show how to draw gestures and stuff in the human anatomy. Because she doesn't understand that it's for art. She just understands, oh, you know, my son or daughter is just drawing corn. But that's not it. Copy. Clearly see this over here. Boom, boom. Now we start with this. Use this for advantage. A twist here. think I just need to work on my construction. How that works. I'm not an artist, but YouTube recommended the stream and I find this interesting and relaxing. Yes, sir. Welcome, Katernia. Hello, Ryek, sir. Welcome, welcome. Badminton, jump smash. Also martial art poses. That snake looking pose that Toastmaster does. The contra pose though, probably. Let's see, badminton smash. Definitely have this. All right. You have this curve. Arm is weird. It goes like this. It's very stupid, but this is the best I can do for badminton pose. Konnichiwa, Supreme. 2 streams in a row, I actually can catch a Shiro stream. Pog. Hello, Illich. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I can't sit properly because my cat. So if this is my chair, this is sideways POV, by the way. My cat is right here. Like he's a loaf. And then I'm here. Trying my best. Right now I don't have back support, because if I do have back support, my cat, won't be able to sit freely under here. He's sleeping so soundly right now. He's deep sleep. It's his chair now. Like, bro, every single time I stand up, because he's always sleeping on my bed, he wakes up, he goes to my chair and then yoinks it. And he's like, this is mine now. And I'm like, bro, I haven't even left my chair for a second and you're already claiming it as your own. If he demands to stay there, there's nothing he can do exactly. And the thing is, he enjoys everything I do to him. Like, that's our cat, exactly. But my cat is fat. He's fat boy. Okay, I'm gonna make it so he sleeps on my lap instead, so I can have back support. I lied. Want to get out of my room? Never mind, he's going back to the bed. He's looking at me very... I guess you can't catch a break. Okay. That was actually pretty clever. I would give you 6 out of 10. Bum 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 bum. Ha. Ha. Error. Oh, let's see. What is the action line here? According to my calculations, I think the action line starts from the head and then slowly... I lied! The action line is like this. Oh yes, that is definitely the action line. Alright, and then you have a line that goes like here, but how do we incorporate? Oh. No. Well, we clearly have one that goes like that, then one that goes like that. I think this one is just like this. There's not much more you can do about it. Alright. Back to it, shall we? Alright, let's start with this line, and this line, and this line. Clothing here. Pants. Got the sleeve here. Then we got leg here, mark the knee. Then we have this. All we have to do is mark the knee. Should look a bit, actually, no. arm motion. Got the glove. And you got the hair. Plus the arm. Plus the ball. And there you have it. And just adjust the closing a tiny bit. Hair as well. Billy Dragon. It's sleep time for me, Dragon. See you in the VOD. Take care, Yagi. Take care. Your mod is in chat, by the way, doing her job and modding. Thank you. Amazing. Fantastic. Right, let's take a little break, shall we? Honestly, these are one of the best gestures I have drawn in a very long time. All I need to do is study more on the anatomy, study more on how to draw clothing, study more on how to draw certain shapes and objects. Because I think I have the gesture line down. My bottleneck is just the shape and seem a little bit more awkward. Hello, Ifowell, welcome, welcome. Time to stretch and drink water? Yeah, exactly. Maybe CS, well, The shape of the clothing, definitely something. The weight as well. A little bit of stuff we have to work on, but it will be fine. My favorite one is the badminton jump smash, because I played badminton LOL. The volleyball spike looks good as well. Yeah. I used to play badminton as a kid, not in like a club or anything, but just as or against my family. And I would say it was one of the more fun experiences I had. Because, you know, as a kid, you're here trying to jump around, you have so much energy. And if it's against your family, of course you want to win. So me and my sister were hanging out in the backyard garden. We set up the badminton net, and then the challenge or rivalry match began. It was my older sister versus me. And every single time I had the chance of spiking or smashing the, you know, I think it's called a cock shuttle, right? Yeah. I would do it. So you would see this tiny ass dragon just jump up very high into the sky. Shuttlecock, yeah, shuttlecock, not cock shuttle. Alright, thank you very much, Kaiji. I would just jump up and spike it. I'm like, ooh, I'm so good. I'm the greatest. And it felt amazing. Especially in PE as well, physical education, when we had to go play badminton, right? Because we had a tourney against the class, another class, or well, within our class. And it was amazing. It was fantastic. Unfortunately, you know, I didn't win because I just enjoyed it as a sport rather than competition. So that's something. I really want to snowboard again. Play badminton as well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Our experience to playing badminton is super similar to mine, with the only exception that I play with my mom. Sorry for the Pomodoro jump scare for anyone that is lurking and has my stream on the background. Hello Lane, welcome, welcome. Alright. We did gestures. Well, I basically achieved my goal. It's the weight of gesture lines. I'm gonna drop pose how you do it. Looks effective? Yes. It is very, very effective. Let's draw some anime girls, because that's what we're on about. You know, that's how we do things here. We draw anime girls. We're gonna use the same concept, but this time stylize and add more details, depending on what anime girl it is. So here you start, boom, like this, and then you have a line that goes like here. You have the shoulders. This is just a C curve. This goes like this. All right. So we have the character looking at us. We can add this line. We can add this line. And then proceed on to the details. Move some of this so I can see. So neck area. It looks so awful. But it's a start, you know? One is a little bit more tricky. It is what it is. My bottleneck still just structure anatomy. I love your art style, thank you. I'm watching your stream and I was looking at the timer and still got jump scared, lol. I really enjoy drawing anime grills, especially in Ghibli style, traditionally with poster colors. That is indeed very nice. Hello Mitra, welcome. Yo, what's up dude? I literally picked up a how to draw beginner's book after your advice yesterday. Nice! Keep making live streams every day. I want to share my progress with you. Yeah, you can. You can join the Discord server and post your artwork there so that people can look at it and appreciate it. Bottlenecks battles are the worst. If you view it that way, yes. I would say people have, a very negative mindset towards bottlenecks and plateaus, yes. Because you feel frustrated and negative feelings from them. Which is understandable, because we are only human after all. But without bottlenecks and or plateaus, then there is no improvement, And once you get over those challenges, it's like, wow. I really overcame my stuff. I really overcame how to draw this, Yes, Taco drawing or so. If you ever are in needs for anatomy, just search up on Pinterest. Drawing. And you will be able to find very helpful references. Always this motion. And this is how you split it up. The shape, though. What about the shape? Axis, of course. Muscles. Overlapping. Portions as well? Question mark. Shape. two of my older brothers is majoring in fine arts, so that can be an advantage. And he was commented on my poses, and it said it looks good exactly. Like, if they are majoring in fine arts, they can definitely help you by giving feedback. And also giving you tips on how to draw certain stuff. Feedback is very important, but also critiquing your own art is fantastic. That way you will improve your observational skills and see what you have to improve. Okay. I'll do 10 more minutes of drawing, and then I shall call it a day. Thank you, Freddy. Welcome, welcome. Alright, be ready for the surprise Pomodoro timer. Be ready. E6. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. The time has come to an end. For I shall now proceed to end stream. For we have drawn for 2 hours already. Otsushiro, Otsushiro, Otsushiro. I would say we have learned a lot this stream. Well, I certainly have, especially with using the green lines on references to figure out what the action lines are and how the pose is dynamic. You can definitely see the gesture. The shape needs a little bit of work, but overall, I'm pretty happy with all of the results. I just have to focus more on 3D shape, a little bit on how the closing works, structure, but for the rest, these turned out very good. Tomorrow, I'll probably stream again around 6 p.m. CEST. I'll probably be focusing on maybe learning how to draw the face in different angles once again, and hopefully not crashing out like I did previous stream, but we will see, we will see. Drawing the hair face is definitely something I want to improve at. But until tomorrow, Otsushiro, Otsushiro, Otsushiro. Take care, bye bye.